What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, if so, to another market update video here at Benefit Central. I'm Benjamin, and today Bitcoin in the S&P charts. Everybody, Bitcoin is breaking out finally out of its 23,000 level, finally for the first time again in a while. We've managed to break through 22,500. Right now, you guys can see that I'm in a live trade right now for the 2300 levels. This isn't going to be a trade that I hold overnight. This is a temporary trade just to see how we close for today. If we can manage to close above the 2300 level for today, then honestly that will be more bullish momentum, and I will keep this long in for overnight. However, temporarily, if we don't close above the 2300 level, it is currently 12 o'clock, so I have 5 hours before the next daily starts to form, and we have a period of a gap between the market where it's frozen. You can't really trade too much. It's between 5 to 6, and we'll get a new daily to close. So as long as we close above 2300, I will keep my trade in, but other than that, I will close it if we don't keep these levels. But other than that, diving right into the market in the charts, we're going to look at the monthly real quick, showing you guys that we still have this doji formation here. So be aware that the imminent threat of our bearish movement is still there. As long as we stay below our 23,000 level, we should have a GBI next month. Just because of how this is forming and how that formed there. Realistically, next month we could probably touch this and then wick down. Like, there's so many possibilities that could happen with this, as long as it stays this low. If we still have, you know, a week and a half, or I believe 2 weeks around for the rest of the month. So I mean, it just depends. If we can get enough momentum and we close more than halfway, then that'll show that we're ready for a different outcome, instead of just continuing that pattern that is trying to set up here. Because this right now, the pattern's setting up for a GBI. Although, so do just keep in mind that 12,500 is still a price target for Bitcoin. You don't really want to get too carried away with the pumps that happen with Bitcoin. Excuse me. A lot of these can be fake outs. A lot of these can, you know, try to psych you out and try to get you to get stopped out. However, that's why you just got to keep stop losses and keep a tight eye on Bitcoin or whatever you're watching realistically, just because movement is very crazy right now. We're in a very interesting market, so I wouldn't really trust anything freely right now. But looking in on the weekly, you can see that we have another RBI formation, which is great. This is great, strong, bullish momentum, finally kicking in around our 19,000 levels, reversing momentum. Realistically, it was nothing but bearish momentum going down inside this descending channel. We finally got an ascending triangle a bit, or a channel. In a few of my charts it's a channel, some of them are triangles, but mainly we have a weekly RBI, and this is strength. So as long as we can continue this and hopefully close above our 200 indicator, then 23, 24, and 25,000 Bitcoin is definitely not a question at all. We definitely will hit those levels again. Honestly, if we do break bullish and close bullish, my next TP would be around 27, just because that's our last area where we closed. Of course, watching it on the whole numbers and price action going up around 23,500, 24, and then 24,500, whole numbers and halves. Just because you don't know where resistance can set in, but TP will be around 27,000 for sure. Just because it's a weekly RBI, that is a massive amount of strength coming into the markets, at least. But jumping into the daily, you can see that right here we are coming in contact with our indicators. Like I said in our previous video, as long as we can cross bullish and close above, then it is totally fine. And as you can tell, we have an RBI that pushed this up, failed, but then is continuing now for today. And today is 12, or today's 12. It's 12 right now, so we have until 5 o'clock for the next daily. Hopefully we can keep this bullish momentum throughout the rest of the day, and we could see that Bitcoin closes bullish above 23,000 at least. At the bare minimum though, like at least it would be 22,500, but I would really like a close above 2300. That'd be great strength. Of course, totally eating up our indicator right here, our blue indicator that would be pushing us down. However, going into the 4 hour, you can see that we have more bullish momentum pushing forward. This is great, honestly. Just I need a close above everything, just because we are getting a little overbought. But indicators and everything, they're all curving back up. Everything is curving up, so I do believe that everything is turning out pretty well. Going into the hourly, you can see that we have a little doji right here. This could have been a top where I just bought in just to see how far we could go. But this could turn into a top, come right back down, probably consolidate around the 22.3s, or all the way back down to its indicator, which would be around the 2200 level. Well, 22,100. But diving into what is making these markets move, we're going to go and take a look at the S&P 500. Looking at our nice doji candle that we have right here, this can still happen, although as long as we get enough bullish momentum, like I said, for Bitcoin, we could end up negating the whole GBI thing that could happen. So diving into the weekly real quick, you can see that we have the same RBI formation. It tried to go down, like I said, a triple bottom. Didn't quite get the triple bottom, kind of did. But then, you know, obviously found some support, pushed up, now forming an RBI. This is great as well because it is as well on our weekly. So if we can get this close bullet, and we do have, I believe, 4 hours. I think this closes just an hour earlier. But as long as we continue bullish for the next few hours, we could get a close around 39.51, we could see a lot of good bullish momentum for the crypto market. However, it's really just up to how this is closing for the S&P. Diving into the 4 hour, you can see that we are pushing above our indicators. We're getting that cross that we talked about last video that we would like. As long as we can get above here and close above here, this little level, that would make me ease up a bit. And then our last level would be 39.51 to try to come in contact with. And if we don't get it the first try, I believe our indicators would kind of smush it through and pop us out of that. However, I wanted to show you guys how the rest of the crypto market is reacting. And looking at, well, we'll do the weekly. Looking at Ethereum, you can tell that we broke out of our triple bottom, as well as our Bitcoin formation that I showed you guys, 1, 2, 3. Finally broke out of the neckline, and here we are bullish. You could have put a position in here. I didn't, just because I trade Bitcoin first because it was leading the markets. However, if you look now, it seems like Ethereum is leading the markets with the S&P, so definitely have to keep a close eye on that. But we hit 1500 price level around our close of our last candles. So we could see a bit of resistance around here, although I don't expect us to fall all the way back down. Our indicators are crossing, so that does show us we have some more bullish momentum as well. Do expect a trace back though, just a little bit, just to get the RSI to even out again before we continue bullish. However, looking in on XRP, I can show you guys as well that we broke out of our triangle as well with our triple bottom formation as well for this other crypto. We as well have our RBI for the daily here, so you can tell that we failed breaking out, which shocked me a bit. I was, you know, scared that we were going to get a bit more bearish momentum back down. But fortunately, for today, we decided to close, or not close yet, but break out bullish. And as long as we can continue this pattern and momentum, we should be able to see further higher prices for XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, as well as the S&P. But the reason I haven't bought into XRP just yet is just because we haven't broke above this neckline. It's around 36, 37, 38 cents just because of the range of this wick. So I'd say as long as we can break and close above 38 cents, you can long this, anticipating that it breaks to our next wick, which would be around 50 cents. It's a nice little trade right there. But other than that, everybody, I will have my eyes peeled on Bitcoin just because this is the main person I'm looking at right now. But other than that, everybody, that was another quick market update video for you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Ciao.